Going on, everyone? So today I want to talk about the Intellivision because it just had its 40th birthday. That's pretty crazy. That's an old video game console right there. There are some that are older, but not much really. Some Pong machines, maybe like the Magnavox Odyssey, whatnot. There's a few, but it's from the second generation of video game consoles. So there isn't a whole lot that's older than the Mattel Intellivision. It was the first console that I ever owned, and I absolutely love Intellivision to this day. It remains my favorite console. And so, because it had its 40th birthday, thus making it go past retro and officially become an antique, or I don't know about officially, but in my mind, it's an antique gaming machine at this point. I want to show you all my Intellivision hardware, games, swag, merchandise, just everything that I have, because I love Intellivision. I love talking about Intellivision as much as I love playing my Intellivision. So let's start off with this Intellivision 2. Now there was a couple models of the Intellivision 2. One of them had a red line like this, and one of them did not. I have the one that doesn't. However, it doesn't work anymore, so it's sitting in a box. But I prefer this red line version here because it matches the ECS and the system changer. And it just, look at that. That is 1980s sleek right there. That is awesome. It is really big though. Like, this thing takes up a lot of space. But wow, just look at it. Wow, it's great. The ECS only had a handful of games that were enhanced by it, but it is really cool to have the Mattel synthesizer, which I don't have, hooked up to it, and that's what you use to play the game Melody Blaster. There's also a really good baseball game for this that I enjoy that was way ahead of the curve. It came out in '83, and it's awesome. You got the system changer, which was used to play Atari 2600 games, and this thing works really well. It does not work with the Model 1 unless you modify your Model 1, but it works like a champ with the Model 2. Here's my 2609A. Now, the 2609A is actually the model that was produced out in Taiwan. The 2609 is the original that was produced in the United States out in California. I don't have that one, unfortunately, but I do need to add it to my collection at some point. This one here I actually composite modded, so it has the better audio and video. I have my IntelliVoice there stuck in the side of it, as well as the LTO flash. I love that thing. It never leaves this console for the most part. It just is amazing. If you happen to see one, I don't think they're being sold anymore currently, but if you happen to see one, pick it up. It's well worth the money. But yeah, my daily driver. I love this one right here. This is great. Over here I have a lot more of my hardware. There's the Super Pro system, which I picked up not too long back actually. And then here's the Intellivision System 3. Very similar to the Pro system. And then over here, got the Salvania GT version or whatever. And yeah, that one took a while to get. And down there, you got the Tandyvision 1, which is the Radio Shack version of the Intellivision. It has the wood grain on it, and it just looks good. I like it. I got an empty Intellivision flashback here. Came from a user off of Atari Age that was getting rid of it. And I plan to put a Retro Pi in it at some point, or a Raspberry Pi in there at some point. Back there I got the Intellivision water glass that was a Target exclusive. And it took me a while to find one of these, but I finally did. I don't actually drink water out of it. It just sits on my shelf. It just looks pretty. That's its purpose for me. Up here, I actually have a boxed Intellivision flashback, which I picked up as soon as they went down in price. I went and picked one up, I think from Bed Bath & Beyond or something like that. It's been a while. Down here I have the Sears Video Arcade, which a lot of people prefer because it has detachable controllers. I kind of see it as like a Cadillac of Intellivisions in a way. It's just that nice creamy white color and everything. Pretty cool. And then right here I have my signed by Keith Robinson Intellivision Lives compilation for the Nintendo DS. It's 12 out of 200. I'm very proud of it. And Keith is, he was a good friend. I used to talk to him fairly often on Facebook and everything. And I really just loved everything that he did to kind of regrow the brand over the years. And yeah, I absolutely love that. It's one of my prized possessions. If there was a fire, I would try to grab that first, But here's Intellivision flashback pin. I think that came from the Las Vegas Gaming Expo or whatever it was called. They haven't done that in some time now. But super happy to have that. That was actually sent out by a friend. And then I got the DS Running Man pin, which actually came with the Nintendo DS signed compilation there. And right here I got the golden ticket that came with the Amico t-shirt, which I'll show you here in a few. Right there's just the Mind Strike manual. Has the overlays in it, still intact, still attached to each other. I just got this in. This is the Intellivision mug. And so basically what this is it has the evolution of man. And then when you put something hot in it, the Running Man pops up like that. This was also a Target exclusive, I believe, in 2017. I couldn't find one of these. I went to all kinds of... I went to several Targets. I probably went to 7 or 8 different Targets all around Colorado and could not find one of these back when it came out. I got lucky recently and found it on eBay for $10 shipped. And so I'm pretty stoked about that. Probably not going to use it. Probably just going to keep it as a collector's piece though. So back there I have the Intellivision Lives compilation for PS2. Really love that. And then I got 2 different handheld devices. I got this one, which I think this is the first one to come out, maybe, or one of the first ones to come out. Exclusively sold at Walmart. I got it much later on for cheaper, though. And I also got this version, which is 2 controllers kind of that are attached to each other. And yeah, that's an interesting one. All the Intellivision games have been reworked for these, and they're not quite as good, but they are interesting to have in my collection. Up front here, I have this 3D printed Intellivision logo with the little Running Man up there. I got this recently off of eBay, and I painted the front of it black. I might need to add some paint to it, make it look a little nicer, but yeah, I like it. Back there I have an Intellivision mug that has been, the Running Man and the Intellivision branding have been etched into the glass. I really love this mug. It was my favorite mug. I was actually using this mug, but then one day as I was washing it, I took a chunk out of it, and so I decided to retire it, put it up on the shelf with the other Intellivision collectibles. Inside of it, I have some Intellivision business cards that were used to that maybe still are used to promote the Intellivision Amico at gaming conventions and stuff. They were sent out to the Game Czar, and the Game Czar sent me out some, and so I went and placed some at my favorite local game store, and people took them, and some of them I kept for me. And then also I have some Intellivision pencils, which were actually, I think the Games R might have sent me some of these, and I think Intellivision Dude sent me some of these as well. But yeah, those are cool. I really like those. You got the System Changer box back there, kind of just doing its thing. And I got some spare controllers, a couple Model 2s, and one Model 1. And here's my Intellivision tapestry that was also made by the Games R. Here are my Intellivision game boxes. I don't have all the boxes for all the games. I do have all the games, but I don't have all the boxes. So I'm still working on it. I only pick them up when I can get them for cheap. I prefer to pick them up locally. If I get a game, if I find a complete game, then I sell off my loose cart version. And what I do is I look at the two loose carts, and whichever has the better label on it is the one that I tend to keep. But yeah, so I'm still working on this. I do have some of the more rare boxes, but not very many. Most of my boxes are common. But yeah, still working on it, chipping away. And so up here on my game shelf are my Intellivision games. I've made a video about these in the past, so I won't bore you with all the details, but I do have the original 125 plus some extras there. And yeah, it took many years to get all those. And up there, like above my M Network games, I have my overlays. Like these are all original overlays. Those are like quadruples, and extras. And then these are the Intellivision flashback overlays. I also have the supplemental pack that was sold from the Intellivision Productions website. I also have a few Intellivision things on the wall over here. Got that He-Man that I printed out. It was the first thing that I printed with my newest printer. Up there I have a Dungeons & Dragons advertisement, which I had printed up by Walgreens actually, and they did a really good job with it, so I framed it. And then over here I got the remains of a couple Intellivision boxes that had seen better days and decided that I'd make decorations out of them. And last but not least, I have some Intellivision apparel here, some Intellivision clothing. I have the Make America Blocky Again Intellivision Running Man hat. This was available through the Intellivision Productions website. It's a parody of Trump's slogan there. Hilarious. And I also have a couple beanies, stocking caps, whatever you want to call them. These are from the Games R, where the games are. And I love these. I've had these for a few winters now. They're amazing in the winter. They keep your head warm, but they also breathe really well, and they're not itchy at all, which I notice some stocking caps, like they tend to get kind of itchy, but these are not. I dig them. I think I like this one more, the Running Man one here. Not that the Dungeons and Dragons one here isn't amazing, but I just kind of like that one more. I also have the new Intellivision Amico shirt. Just got this in the mail a little bit ago. This is going to be compatible with the Amico AR app, so you can play Amico game demos and whatnot. Really cool. I really like this shirt. When I first got this shirt out of the package, I held it up like this, and I noticed that I could easily see through it. And I thought, that's kind of a thin shirt, isn't it? But the thing is that the Atari Creep commented on this in his video about this shirt, and Tommy Tallarico was saying that it's actually a tri-blend of materials, and that costs more than a standard t-shirt to make. And yeah, I can tell, like as soon as you put this thing on, you know where the quality's at, because it feels great. It's super soft and comfortable. It's almost like a new layer of skin. Like once you put this shirt on, you don't want to take it off. It's just really comfortable, and I really like it. Really happy I got it. I also have this shirt, which I absolutely love. It has its downfalls, but wow, what a cool thing this is. This is the LED screen Intellivision shirt. Now, when I bought this thing, I got it from Intellivision Productions, and it was really expensive. I don't remember exactly how much I paid, but it was like, I want to say in the $100 range or so. Like, it was pretty expensive, $75, $100. I don't remember. It's been too long, but I do remember it was expensive. There was another version of the shirt that cost even more money, and that version you could actually remove the screen so you could more easily wash it. This one, you can't remove this, and then it has like a little sleeve that has a ribbon cable that runs through it down to that little pocket there, and then in that pocket you have your controller that allows you to turn the shirt on or off, and you can do an automatic setting where it kind of scrolls through all the different screen settings, or you can just put it on which mode you want it to stay on. Runs off of 2 AA batteries, and so obviously the remote comes out and the ribbon cable comes out of the sleeve, but you can't you can't take that thing off. And I remember one time, like, if you go back on my channel, I have a video where I interviewed Tony Johnson. Well, Tony Johnson, he asked me, he was like, well, that's pretty cool, how do you wash it? And I replied to him, you don't. To this day, I have not washed this shirt. I've had it for years, never been washed. I only wear it for special occasions, and I kind of, do my best to kind of dry clean it, quote unquote dry clean it, between wearings. But man, I love this shirt. I wish I would have sprang, for the removable LED version, but it is what it is. I'm still happy that I have it. So, yeah, I think that's about it. I might have some other Intellivision stuff in my collection that I forgot to include, but that's most of it. And, yeah, happy birthday, Intellivision. And if you have a nice Intellivision collection that you would like to show off, please make a video reply. I'd love to see it. I love Intellivision. Intellivision lives, or Intellivision rocks, or Intellivision, whatever slogan you want to go with there. Love it. Love Intellivision.